Hi, my name is Ashley Cosme. Thanks to FLEOA, I have the opportunity to intern in an agency within the federal government. This video will provide some background information and give you an inside look into the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association. In 1977, a group of federal agents concerned with the lack of legislative and legal representation came together to form FLEOA. This organization was founded with the simple purpose of providing federal law enforcement officers with a voice in places they needed it most. FLEOA's motto is, "You will never go it alone," and for more than 35 years, the organization has lived by those words. It has been instrumental in playing key roles on issues directly impacting federal law enforcement officers and their families. The organization's officers work tirelessly on your behalf to ensure that you are recognized and rewarded for protecting our nation and enforcing its laws. Throughout this video, you will hear from members of various federal agencies describing what FLEOA means to them and what the organization can do for you. This presentation will provide you with insight as to how they operate and give you a better understanding of what it means to never go it alone.
Back in 1977, when FLEOA was formed, it was for the purpose of having legal representation. When agents were being investigated or they were being charged with crimes, they didn't have any legal representation. There wasn't a union, so to speak, as agents aren't allowed to form a union. So FLEOA was formed as a fraternal organization and to expressly help agents with legal problems.
Well, FLEOA is an association that is comprised of federal agents from a variety of different agencies, and as such, that's an organization of your peers. Whereas other organizations, other associations may have a broader membership. That also means that they kind of get away from the focus of federal level issues. Along with that, you also see that there's some associations that are local or regional, whereas this organization, this association of FLEOA, we are nationwide, and we have even overseas locations where we have members. So it's a very widespread network of federal agents that have a common bond.
We have 26,000 members, and I foresee in the future that this organization, years to come, will have over 30,000 members easily. Why? Because it's appealing to the community. We represent what's right, not what's wrong.
FLEOA has grown to the point where we are the largest professional association exclusively representing federal law enforcement officers. We're a diverse group of volunteers coming from agencies from 65 different federal agencies. We volunteer our time to ensure your voice is heard and legislative areas are addressed of concern for the federal law enforcement community. It's important for everyone to understand that our pay and benefits are not an entitlement. Based on the hard work of FLEOA national officers before me and those who will come after, we have to maintain a sustained presence in Washington, D.C. to ensure that your pay and benefits are protected. It doesn't come free. Nobody in Congress is volunteering to care about you. FLEOA's voice is there to ensure your pay and benefits will be protected.
FLEOA partners with both small and large corporations to extend exclusive benefits for its members. For example, we partner with educational institutions that offer FLEOA members 5, 10, and up to 20% discounts on tuitions. We have agreements with other corporations that offer members discounts, and in return for the partnership, a percentage of the sales of those corporations are returned to the FLEOA Foundation. These institutions include financial institutions, retail outlets for law enforcement gear, insurance, and other companies.
Our attorneys provide peace of mind. When you go out to the field, you may have body armor, but you don't have protection from a lawsuit or from adverse actions. Our attorneys will be there to protect you, but you need to be a member.
FLEOA makes its members its top priority, and the best way for me to describe that and why we do it, or do we really make it our priority, is to give you an example. One example, it was an agent that was assigned to the U.S. Virgin Islands. He was charged with a serious crime. It's his agency at the time, or his department, wasn't supporting him, FLEOA came in and provided legal assistance for him to the point where he was exonerated of all charges. If it wasn't for FLEOA, who knows what could have occurred in this case.
I've utilized legal services. There was a certain administrative policy in my agency that was not clear or fair to the employee. Because of my situation and FLEOA's involvement, it became clear it was an adverse action policy that was defined as to a proper and fair process for all employees of the agency, which is now still in effect.
For years, I was on a task force and going in and out of the meth labs, that I became sick from it. And when I took my case to Workman's Comp, it was denied. And through FLEOA and their efforts, not only with the attorneys, but with the national board going up on the Hill and fighting it with Workman's Comp, I was able to get Workman's Comp to approve my case as the first federal agent to be able to have the meth exposure approved as a health issue.
FLEOA is proud to be the voice of federal law enforcement. It's our honor to go on the Hill and deal with members of Congress to ensure that the voice of federal law enforcement is heard. It's important that FLEOA maintain a presence in Washington, D.C. to ensure our collective, unified voice is heard. Otherwise, our pay and benefits are fair game, and unfortunately will continue to be targeted by those short-sighted individuals who think we are to blame for the economic woes of our country.
Never go it alone is a motto that we go by. It speaks for itself. In law enforcement, we work in teams. The team is the strongest entity there.
FLEOA's motto of "Don't go it alone" means never facing an adverse action or any disciplinary action brought to you by your agency alone.
FLEOA's motto to me means a brotherhood. No one can do this job by himself or herself. We are here to help each other throughout their career, from beginning to retirement.
FLEOA chapters are very involved in their local communities. We have projects such as National Fingerprinting Day, in which we go out into the community and set up events in order to fingerprint kids and provide their parents with a photograph, fingerprints of them, so that way they'll have them in the need, if the need ever arises that they are abducted or if something happens to them, they have something on file.
Being on the current scholarship committee, we review members' children's applications that are going to their first year of college for scholarships, and we provide scholarships. In the past, we've given up to $26,000 in scholarships for students.
The FLEOA Foundation was formed to ensure that if a federal law enforcement officer is in need, just a phone call away, help will be there. Our foundation is there to assist the families of our fallen heroes who make the ultimate sacrifice.
Let's face it, we're dealing with bad guys, and these bad guys are out to harm us. And sometimes individuals make the ultimate sacrifice in our profession, and they get killed in the line of duty, or they get severely injured, whether it's in the course of serving a search warrant or executing an arrest. And therefore, we're out there to protect the rights of those members and ensuring that the family members are afforded the proper rights by the agency and the government that we are sworn to, serve with, and also to ensure that they have the financial means to navigate these areas.
The FLEOA National Board is a diverse group of volunteers coming from different agencies. We are a body comprised of individuals, leaders of different ethnic backgrounds, different genders, different views, but ultimately the same values.
FLEOA represents everybody, and it doesn't matter who you are or what your walk of life comes from. If you're a federal agent, FLEOA is there to help you.
FLEOA's 1811 magazine is a periodic article that we publish which provides members with information and feedback on national level issues as well as local issues and updates, what their members and their chapters are doing in their area.
Each issue has a retirement section where issues of interest to retirees are addressed. Our members are encouraged to submit relevant articles for publication in the 1811, and retired members are also encouraged to participate to serve as officers in any of FLEOA's local chapters around the country.
This professional journal that you get on a quarterly basis, this journal informs you, the member. Not only does it inform you on the most current events, it tells you in a historical sense of what's out there, what's pending, what's coming before the halls of Congress that's of interest to you as a member.
The FLEOA Retirement Program was created to provide a formal program for FLEOA retired members to participate in FLEOA's mission, to receive benefits similar to those members on active duty, and over time to develop programs and activities unique to retirees. FLEOA retired members are entitled to legal advice and consultations relative to post-retirement employment issues in the private sector, with the U.S. government, as a rehired annuitant, or with state or local governmental agencies.
You can't buy the insurance after the accident. Please consider joining now. We're the largest nonprofit, nonpartisan professional association exclusively representing federal law enforcement.
My advice to anybody who is potentially going to join is to join. You will not find a better group of individuals who will do what's best for you, look out for your rights, and be there for you in times of need.
The peace of mind knowing that if you're involved in a critical incident, you shot somebody, you may have killed somebody, you don't know what's going to happen. You're going to know that within one phone call, 10 minutes away, you're going to be talking to an attorney about whatever happened. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
The FLEOA membership is comprised of regular members, retired members, resigned, associate, and trainees. In order to become a regular member, you need to be a full-time federal law enforcement officer with arrest authority and investigative responsibilities as your core duties for your job.
FLEOA is a good deal. For $130 a year, you're basically getting access to a whole variety of attorneys, to a whole variety of assets that would benefit federal law enforcement. And if you had to make one phone call to a private attorney during your career, you probably pay 10 years worth of membership right there.
You need to join now. Don't think about the process. Just go on to our website or call our membership services and ask, how can you join today?
On behalf of the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association, we would like to thank you for taking the time to watch our presentation and hope that it has generated an interest in FLEOA. If you would like further information on our association or how to join, please contact us by using the information on your screen. Thanks for listening.